Get it going. Said I'm feeling like I'm really behind today with getting shit done. So we're gonna try. Guys, welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. If you're new, you're more than welcome to come and chit chat with me. I am dual streaming, so if you hear me talk to somebody, they're not in your chat. I promise you, it's just the other chat. But hello, guys. What is going on? Guys, welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live, please. It helps me draw more people in. You can tell how humid it is where I'm at today because, like, look at the size of my hair. Like, look at how, like, I brushed it originally and it was literally like. I live on, like, the coast, right? So I said we have water on one side of us and then we have water on the other side of us, and then we have like a rainforest like above. Like, it is so beyond humid here. And like, it'll be hot out and you're like, okay, cool, like, it's starting to rain. Nope, that doesn't help. That just makes it worse. There we go. So guys, good afternoon. I hope everybody's having a good day so far. I am pushing my way right along. Said if you're new, you're more than welcome to come and chit chat with me. I am dual live streaming, so if you hear me talk to somebody and they're not in your chat, just the other chat. I promise. I'm not making it up. They really are there. I swear. It's not the voices in my head. Hold on. Let me turn my battles off for like 10 minutes. So I'm not big on doing the battles on TikTok. Like, I'll do them here and there, but I really got to be like in the mood to do them, to like just be able to deal with other people. Like, it gets. And then I said, you'll go into a battle and there's like 10 other, like, I don't know. I don't mind doing one-on-one. You know what I mean? But like, somebody will request me and there's like 5 other people in it. And I'm like, like, I just don't, it's, everybody talks over one another. And like, if I go into somebody's room and they have all their boxes filled and all that, I like can't hang. Like, I will back out because like, you can't understand anything that anybody's saying. On top of it, if people are like fighting, that's even worse. Like, I don't know how people enjoy that. I know that drama sells. Like, I know a lot of people that's how they, keep it going. But it's like, I don't know. It's just not a me thing. It's not a me thing. I don't. So I'll go into like the battles, right? And there'll be like 4 other people and everybody's all talking at once and thanking their chat. And it's like, it's really overwhelming for me. Like, it's really, really overwhelming. So a lot of times I'm like, all right, I'll get out. Like, especially, I said the one day I was battling, right? Like, I was like, all right, I'm in the mood to do some pat. Hey, Pippi, what's going on? Good afternoon, honey. I had an appointment this morning. I had groceries come in, so it's been a busy day. Hello, how are you, gorgeous? Guys, welcome through. But so I don't mind doing like the battles like one-on-one. Like, when I do them, that's about what I'll do. I'm good. Yeah, how's the kiddos? Did you ever cut that mullet? She was like, my son has a mullet. I'm like, oh, no, no, no. But so, yes, he did. High five. She's like, I might have snuck in while he was sleeping, and I might have shaved it. Like, I don't want to, quote you, but. And I said, guys, I am doing live streaming. I do, oh, he has to have his gallbladder taken. I had mine taken out, like, years upon years upon years ago. And I'll tell you this much, I don't miss it. Like, maybe I should. Oh, thank you, JR, honey. Guys, tap the screen, like the live. Maybe I should miss it. Sometimes I sit back and I think, like, when I get to heaven, will my gallbladder be waiting for me? So it's not like a huge surgery, but like, why do we have things like gallbladders? Shane, good morning. Well, good afternoon, honey. Guys, like, why do we have that? Why do we have things that can go wrong in our body? I'll tell you what, like, I had, when this is back in, oh my God, and an appendix. That's what I'm saying. Like, we have these things in our body. Like, nobody's going to pass away from like a gallbladder. You know what I mean? But like the appendix, like, that's pretty big. Hi, Alvin. Guys, what's going on? Welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. I said I am dual streaming, so if you guys hear me talking to somebody and they're not in your chat, I promise you just the other chat. I do TikTok and YouTube. Those are my main ones. But here and there, I'll do other sites and kind of like jump around a little bit. But those are like my main ones. So if you don't have me added on both of those, please. I said, dude, Pippi, I got up today. It is so humid here. I like your hair. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate that. It's having issues today. It's like, it's super duper humid where I'm at. Like, super duper humid where I'm at. So I said, I got this morning. Good night. Good night, Suresh. Yeah, like, I mean, I got up and I brushed it. The first time I brushed it, it was literally like this. Like, it couldn't even fit onto my live stream with me. I was like, the fuck? Like, it's nasty here. So it's been like ridiculously hot. It's September. It's supposed to be nice and cool around this time of year, right? It's supposed to be. It's not. Hey, what's going on, Lindsay? Guys, welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. It helps me. They have not been pushing me out to FYP lately. They haven't, David. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, guys. Welcome through. They have not been pushing me out, so it'll show people like, oh, not much. I was gonna say, is that a new account, Lindsay? Don't you have another one? Where are you from? I'm from Delaware. It's very, very boring here, so I live stream as much as I possibly can. Like, if I get free time, I'm about jumping on live. I would much rather do this than the entertainment that is allowed. Like, the entertainment that happens in Delaware is not. Yeah, new one. Okay, gotcha. Here, let me make sure I put a follow on it. So, are you going to be going from that one or a different one? Let me make sure I follow you. Nothing much. Yeah, I was gonna say it's been a busy day, y'all. I literally have two fans on me at this point in time. When I tell you it is so humid outside, I mean it's gross. Like it's gross. Like I'm like I need to put on makeup, but then I'm like, yeah, I'm probably just. And I'm in central air. I'm in central air right now. I'm in central air with two fans blowing on me, and I'm still sweating my ass off. Like what kind of shit is this? So he said I didn't come on this morning because I said I had groceries, I had an appointment, like all that stuff. So I've been busy. It's been a busy day so far. But yeah, I'm like right on the coast. I was I'm in Delaware. So I said we have water, with bodies of water on both sides of Delaware. And then there's like a rainforest right above it. So when I tell y'all it gets humid here, I hate humidity. Like you'll go outside and you feel like you can't catch a breath. Like I hate humidity. Like the dry heat, like I went down to Texas at one point and I didn't think it was that bad. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. My nephew graduated from like military school, like whatever, the Air Force. That's what he's. I'm like, which the fuck branch was he in? But so he graduated from the Air Force, and we were down there, and it was in San Antonio, right? We're in Texas. It's like the hottest day ever. We're sitting there, and it was like 110 degrees that day. So yeah, that day I sweat my ass off. I'm not gonna lie, I sweat my ass off. But they didn't even give awnings or anything. Like the guy, and I felt bad because I'm like, I know I'm like fucking sitting there in a pair of shorts and a tank top, and I'm sweating my ass off. You know what I mean? And then like the guys are walking around in like full uniform. Like they got long sleeve, they got that big old jacket on, they got the big thick like canvas pants. I'm like, oh no, I would be like literally passing out. Like just laying on the ground, leave me here. Like only put something underneath of me so that way it doesn't burn my skin. But yeah, it was like 110 that day. Like it was pretty crazy. So we get heat here like that. Like I mean, we get over like some comments in this live, we're protected. Uh-oh. Somebody needs to be like, oh, Twitch, it didn't show whatever you said. It didn't show. It was like some comments in this live, and I'm assuming by the just kidding that was yeah. But guys, welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. I love it when people stop by to see me. And I said I'm normally on here. I come on just about every day. Yesterday I was working, so I didn't get time to come on. But you know, today I'm like, all right, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna hang out. Like I'll probably be on tonight. Because I said I'm not shooting tonight or anything like that. So I'll probably be on here. We'll be playing some games. It'll be lots of fun. Make sure you come back later. I gotta do something with this hair. This shit is massive. Like it's like its own life form. You know what I mean? And then it causes like breakage in hair, but it's like so poofy. Like it's so poofy. I said I got on. I'm like sitting there brushing my hair, and it was bigger than the live stream. You know what I'm saying? It was like literally. I'm like trying to fit it all in there. Guys, welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. I said I am dual streaming, so if you guys hear me talking to somebody and they're not in your chat, I promise you it's just the other chat. I'm rocking right along. I'm going to do some trending topics because I said I normally come on first thing in the morning, and that's what I do. And I'll tell you what, some of them come back to SA, to Saudi Arabia. Is that what SA? That's what, like, right? Yeah, no, I'm good. Like I'm good. If I'm taking like a trip to like Europe or Asia or anywhere in between, probably isn't going to be Saudi Arabia. Just saying. Nothing against Saudi Arabia, but that is definitely not a vacation destination that I would want to. It's like hot there too. Like I don't want to. If I go somewhere, I like to go cold places. I would go to England. I would go to England in a heartbeat. I would love to go visit Ireland. I would love to go to Scotland. Like I would love to do that. I was gonna say, Lindsay, Diamond in person at one point. Like she was over here visiting. I think she's still in the States. I haven't talked to her much recently, but I think she's still in the States. And I'm like, why? Like I said, and then on top of it, like, all right, so at some point my ancestors, right, they were sitting there and they were like, you know what? We're gonna settle somewhere. Like I said, my grandfather was Polish, right? Came over from Poland, couldn't find a job, the whole bit. She's going back over there. Yeah, she's been like all over the US too. I've seen that. Like so she came over to Philly at one point and she called me like one afternoon. It was like on Snapchat. And I'm one of those people that if I'm friends with you, what do you shoot? Pool. I do billiards, man. I do 8 ball and 9 ball and I love it. And it's like, oh my God, during this time of year, I'm like hoping for like cool weather. And then I'm out and I can have like sweat running in my eyes. Like it's not cute. Shakira looks cute when she sweats. Like it's like sexy. You know what I mean? I don't see why she. Like I said, it depends. The U.S. just depends on where you go. Some places are really nice. Some places are not so nice. You know what I mean? Like, and she's seen more of the U.S. than I have at this point. You know what I mean? I'm like, and I guarantee you, like, people here, oh, you're English. She's probably had like people say like, oh, you know, I'm Australian. They probably have asked her like, so are you from Australia? Like, I'm sure that she's gotten many, many. It was funny because they said, "Aw, David, thank you. That was awesome. Thank you, baby. I appreciate the gift. You were so nice. You don't have to be so nice to me, guys. Welcome through." I said, "I am dual streaming. I'm live on TikTok and I'm live on YouTube." Thank you, David. Everything I earn on live, I put back into my small business. So when I tell y'all it's appreciated, I mean it's like more than appreciated. Like I really. I don't expect anything when I come on here. I don't expect gifts. I don't expect like none of that stuff. But like I said, it definitely has helped me. If we'll segue in, David, thank you, baby. I appreciate that a lot. Like I said, I don't expect anybody to do anything for me ever. You know what I mean? So when they do, I'm like. But if you guys want, you can go check out my website. I have a lot of stuff up there. I have a lot more stuff to come. A lot more stuff to come. I also do painting classes, so that was really awesome. Thank you. I said a lot of the gifts I haven't seen and I'm like okay with that, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't expect anything from anybody, like at all. But yeah, so I ended up not being able to go and shoot last night because I said I ended up having to work. Like I got like not a last minute appointment, but like I didn't know it was an appointment I was going to have, and it was kind of like I hate turning down money. So, and then I also said I tattooed too. So that's kind of like one of the other things. Like I keep myself real busy. She's a lovely woman. Oh, I have my moments. I have my moments. Sometimes I'm okay. I can be an asshole. I think everybody can be an asshole, right? I definitely have my moments where I can be an asshole. But like, you know. And I said I'm when I'm like that with my friends, like if Diamond called me today, right? Like I hadn't talked to her a little bit, and then she called me and she was like, "Hey, guess where I'm at?" And I was like, "England? What do you mean?" And she's like, "No, I'm in Philly." And I was like, "What? You're in Philly?" Because that's like right by me. Like I'm maybe like 45 minutes away from there. And I was like, "What?" So we met up that weekend. It was so funny because we went out to the casino, right? And I couldn't find her. Like I'm looking around, like, okay, where is she, right? I find her, Sheffer, good afternoon, honey, guys, welcome through. I found her talking to a security guard, just standing there. Hey, Sheffer, what's happening, baby? Just standing there making random conversation. And she literally stood there talking to the security guard for probably 40 minutes. Like probably 40 minutes. It was like Diamond, leave the man alone. He's working. He was probably happy to hear her accent. You know what I mean? Yeah, but so I said, I'm one of those people that even if I don't talk to you like all the time, I still will consider you a friend. You can come back years later and be like, "Yo, what's up?" And I'll be like, "Hey, sis, how are you?" Like that's just how I am. So I said I hadn't talked to her in a little bit, but she just figured that it was close to her. And she's like, "Shit, I gotta hit up Renee." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." I was doing an event, right? My first day, I was trying to get her to come to this event. It was an art show and it was in a cemetery, which I thought was pretty cool. That was the whole reason that I wanted to go do the event. And she was like, "Well, no, we're going to stay around here." She had just met, like, what's his name? Like that couple days, like they'd been boyfriend and girlfriend for a bit. So she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to like, that's cool, that's cool. And then we went out to dinner with them. Like, we all went out to dinner, and she had some other people from Meet Me and Meet Her and whatnot. But I don't know, I'm that type of person. Like, I don't gotta talk to you every day to consider you a friend. Plus, good. I was gonna say, dude, Lindsay, do you know the other day I went live on Meet Me and I was literally on for an hour, right? Like, I was like, I haven't been on Meet Me in a while. I had 10 people in an hour. Like, that site is literally crickets. Yeah, 10 people in an hour. Like, what? Like, that ain't even worth doing. Like, the people that are still, I could see people doing Meet Me and streaming other places too. But, like, there's no way. Once upon a time, people used to be able to live off of it's shit. Now I can, yeah, like, I can see. But when people, like, there's people out there that's how they pay their bills, is by live streaming and whatnot. And people can have their opinions about people that do that or whatnot. Like, I don't have an opinion about it. If somebody can make money off their content and live stream, and then they have extra time to spend with their friends or, whatever, right? Okay, cool. They have extra time with their family, cool. They've managed to do it. It does take a lot. Like, some people are able to do it, and some people are definitely not. Yeah, and that's Lindsay. I can remember going live, and this is before COVID, right? And it would just be a flood. Like, he would just go live, and then it kept getting busier because I wasn't just sitting there. Like, I would play games and all that stuff on my stream. So then people started coming through, but it's like I would go live, and in an hour, at any given time, I would instantly get like 10,000 people. And that's before COVID. And then it kicked up during COVID. But I'm like, and you know why? It's because their site is absolute shit. Like, their site. So, Lindsay, I still have an account open on there, right? Obviously, I said I went live the other day. They deleted my main account. So I said, all right, fuck y'all. I hadn't streamed in a month. They had no reason to delete my account. So I go back here and there, and I'll just watch videos or maybe like play a game. And then if I get some coins, I'll gift it out. I'd saved up, and I mean, this was since I left, like saved up 20,000 diamonds just from watching videos, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go. And I went and I looked at my account the other day, and I had 20. So that was not, yeah, that was not something that somebody, how they kept saying, oh, well, you're in the negative because somebody called fraud. It's the only site in the world where they will put the streamer in the negative. They have insurance to cover them, so they're double dipping. Like, they're literally biting the hand that feeds them. Like, you know what I mean? Without your streamers, your site is nothing. Like, without your streamers, there's not going to be anybody on it. But so I was looking, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, because I always just assumed when I went negative that it was because somebody called fraud, right? Like, somebody called fraud. I don't agree with it, but I know that it's something that they do. And that was that 20,000 diamonds that I built up was literally just from watching videos. So why they took 20,000 diamonds from an account that I barely use is beyond me, but they did. And I'm like, so I'm starting to think about how many times, Lindsay, people would get mad over people, like, they'd be like, you called fraud, and the person was like, no, I didn't, and they're like, yeah, you did, I'm starting to think that maybe that their streams, like, their site is just doing it. Oh, yeah, all the time, people used to, like, fight on there all the time, oh, you declared fraud. I'm starting to think that nobody's ever declared fraud, because they don't give us proof that somebody's declared fraud. You'll have, the one day I was 150,000 diamonds negative. Which is, that's over $200, like, just out of my account. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if their system was randomly doing, like I said, their site is horrible. If you guys are ever curious about Meet Me, Scout, like any of that stuff, don't even waste your time, because it's a horrendous site. And I said, I was one of their top streamers for like 4.5 years. I couldn't get any help with my account. I couldn't get... And then, like I said, I had stopped streaming. I told them, I said, go ahead and take the top badge off my account. I'm good. You know what I mean? And they were like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. Like, I had already come over here at this point. So I said, it was like a month later. I was like, well, I'll go back live and Meet Me. I wanted to do my Tattoo Fail Tuesdays on there, And they, I went on, and it just kicked me out. Like, it just kicked me out. And so, I mean, I messaged everybody, dude. I messaged everybody. I knew I like your baby. What's up? What is that? LHH. So there we go. But, like, I'm so, like, just disappointed in them. because they don't take care of their streamers. And it's like, your streamers are the backbone at this point. Like, you really think people are buying Meet Me Plus so that they can talk to people? They're not. The only way that you're making money is from your live streams at this point. So it's like nobody's going to spend money on that site. But then when people like lose their accounts, they get deleted for no reason. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I've heard other people say, "Yo, I didn't do anything." And then the emails just get ignored. You know what I mean? But I start to think back about how many times I had fraud. Guy waving, oh my God. That's crazy. And I said, like, I know that there's not much they can do about that. You look cute. Thank you, James, honey. I appreciate you. Like, I get, like, but it just, they don't take care of their streamers. And it's sad because like I said, I was one of their top streamers for like 4 years, and I can say, I like your chest. Awesome. But so I can honestly say I didn't do anything because I hadn't been on there in a month. Guys, do me a favor, tap the screen, like the live. I've been having trouble getting pushed out to FYP, so make sure you tap the screen, like the live. But it was just a lot, and if anything, like, I'm just disappointed in them. Like, I'm disappointed in them because I was like, I was good with them. Like, I was good for them. You have somebody that's making you money organically. I wasn't doing diamond trading. I wasn't. Like, well, it's one thing to go and gift a friend back and forth, but there's people, hey, I'll send you $3,500 if you da da da. Like, I just can't imagine how much longer it'll be until the site ends up shutting down, like, altogether. Because I said I went, and I'm like, the other day, like I said, I only got 10 people in an hour. Thank goodness I have my TikTok open, so I really wasn't paying attention to it very much. And I'm like, 10 people in an hour? That's literally the lowest stream I've ever had on there. Like, I've never had a stream that had 10 people an hour. So then I went, like, now I'm getting curious to know if, like, this is a thing, right? Like, I'm like, okay. So I go and I start surfing around, and which I think is why there's more drama. When people get bored, they pick. And, oh, well, you said this to me this day. Like, when the pot is so big, like, say, like, the money is so big, there's not as much drama. Yes, will people not get along? Yes. But when people are fighting for gifters, that's where there's a problem. And then people get mad to... Yeah, I was going to say, from what I hear, she doesn't really do it much anymore. Like, she's done it, like, a little bit. I know she's had a lot going on, so... But I'm like, man, like, I just think about the money that I wasted on it. And I'm like, really? I wish that I had come to TikTok or YouTube like a long time ago, because it's been way more beneficial for me as far as like the amount of people. TikTok, I said they've been kind of weird about pushing me out lately. Like they've been YouTube. It does really well. It's either crazy busy, crazy slow, but either way, when I get off, like I said the other day, I had my streams on YouTube. They were like 15,000 people, and I'm like, I mean, not everybody's going to stay, not everybody's going to talk, and that's fine, you know what I mean? But just the exposure of that. When that stuff happens, there's not as much drama because the pot is so big that people don't need to fight for gifters. I'm like, I don't doubt, because that's how people stay relevant, too, is by... I don't want... Hi, what's going on? Just Lark, how are you? I don't want my live streams to be based on drama. Like, period. I never have. It's never been something I'm into. Like, life is too short, and you can't make everybody happy, so it's like, well, like, I just don't, it's not what I want my live stream to be based on, because then what happens is you get people that like drama, and they'll come in and they start shit because they like drama. Yeah, I was going to say, I do C2. Yeah, I do C2. What I like about C2, Lindsay, it's a better site. They actually respond to their messages, right? A lot of people from Meet Me have left Meet Me and they're going over there because you go live, and after a certain amount of time, every stream they give you this thing, and it's the bonus spot, right? So just by going live, you're already going to make diamonds. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you're on there for a little bit. Hi, Square, what's going on? You're on there for a little bit, right? And then all of a sudden the bonus spot will come up, and whether it's 200 diamonds, 1,000 diamonds, like it's like a slot. Like, you never know how much you're going to make, but you get one of those a day. So even if you go live and you don't get gifted, you don't get any people through, then guess what? You still get that bonus spot. Screw up, people think if they're... Yeah, that's I was going to say, Lark, that's how I am. Like, I don't want to I never set out to make people mad. For the most part, I get along with everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I was going to say people don't really bother me that much. But like I said, there is what, 8 billion people in the world? It would be impossible to make everybody happy. I've had people hate me. Like, I mean, we're talking hate me. And this was their reasoning. Because you're too happy. You know what I'm saying? I've had people hate me because I talk too much. Well, I'm a live streamer. You're supposed to talk too much. You're supposed to interact with your... I'm used to the... Oh, God. I'm telling you. I started practicing like I don't plan on actually doing it professionally. I'm an artist. So I said, hold on. I'll show you something quick. So I'm like literally only doing practice skins. And then my website... Oh, I almost tripped. Has like all my designs and whatnot on there. I've been keeping myself pretty busy. So I'll show you, this is one of my newer paintings. I do mostly oil painting, but I also give art classes too. So this is, she's like my new favorite. I love her desperately. She makes my heart really happy. She does. She makes my heart really happy. I love evil women. But so I like painting because you can fix mistakes. You know what I mean? Like in everyday life, if you go and you fuck something up, then you're stuck with that decision forever. Painting is one of those things where if you fuck up, you can go back and fix it. You know what I mean? Like, tattooing is rather unforgiving. I see a lot of people, they're like, oh, look at this. And I'm like, I seen this chick the one day, right? And she had something on her arm. I forget what it was, right? And I was like, yeah, you can tell she did that herself because the design was facing her. You know how like if you do a female's face, you're supposed to put it going down versus towards you? I was like, man. Like, but they forget that the artist part is the part of the tattoo artist. Like you have to have a good art base to even be... What am I hearing? Am I in battle with somebody? Oh, I guess not. Okay, I thought I heard somebody talking. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, guys, welcome through. I've been doing this job in the game for 30 plus years. Oh, I'm sure I can only imagine in a tattoo shop. Like, and like I said, I've hung out. I have friends that own studios, and I said I'm from Delaware. I would go and do an official apprenticeship, but there's only like 4 shops in my area. So it's not really a thing that's offered here. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't, but I said there's like literally, I'm in Delaware. It's a very rural, that's a hard word. But a rural, oh God, I always feel like such an asshole when I say, I gotta think of something else to say besides rural. It's a very sparse place. Are you into poetry or quotes? I mean, I don't dislike it. Right? Like I don't dislike it at all, you know? But yeah, people can be a pain in the ass. Like customers, 100% can be a pain in the ass. I was in there one day because I said I worked with a lot of tattoo studios. I was booking shows. I used to book shows for like 10 years or so. For Tattoo Machine when you were 9C. I wish I had once upon a time. I wish I had once upon a time. But I did not. And now I'm 45. So I said, I bought a machine. I don't ever plan on actually doing other people. Like, it's not, you know, I'm not like I'm not gonna, I wouldn't want to do something that I wasn't professionally trained to do. So I'm one of those people. Like I said, practice skin's about as far as you're going to get with me. I just thought it'd be interesting to try. Like I said, I'll get these random thoughts in my head and I'm like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Let's do this. So I said, I used to live with a tattoo artist, like, and there was a guy, right? And he had come over, so the bottom half, what the fuck is this? It's a live stream, Gazelle. Yeah, people talk, they come through, you know, back and forth. That's what it is. But so, there was a chick and she was mad at him. And I was just like, oh Lord, like, she was mad at him because in her opinion, the tattoo was too big. And I'm like, well, you realize, like, that's why they put a stencil on, right? Like, that's the whole purpose of getting the stencil on, is so that you can look at it and be like, hey, what about this size? You like this? Is there something you want to change? Like, is there something like, speak now or forever hold your peace? So if it's too big, You tell them, it's a little too big. Let's go. All right, wipe that bitch off. We're gonna do another one. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna zoom. But it's not like 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 you just look at some people and you're like, what the fuck are they thinking? Like this time I was definitely like, what the fuck? Because like if you thought it was too big, why didn't you say something before it got permanently put on you? Like basic life skills, right? Like basic life skills some people lack. I don't know where my eyebrow stuff is. And I said I do art classes online, guys. I do water paint or watercolor, I do oil paint, and I do acrylic. So if anybody's curious and would like to take a class, I do virtual classes. I have all ages, and I was going to say I also do every level. So it's just one of those things I like to get people started on their art journey. I find it very therapeutic. I find it very therapeutic to sit down and create something. And like I said, it's more forgiving than life. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely more forgiving than life. If you fuck up when you're painting, you just go and fix it. You know, I freehand. Oh my gosh, I know a lot of people that probably could and they just won't. And I'm like you got to really be able to trust your artists in order to have them. I see a lot of people, man. I'm telling you, I see some of the worst tattoos on TikTok. Like some of the where you're literally going, the fuck is it? And I'm like I said, and I'll ask them like, did you use a stencil, like, or you just went in for it? Oh yeah, I use a stencil and it still looks like shit. And you're like, okay, see, the art is the first spot that needs to be a part of that. Like it's, yes, tattoo, but art. Like you need an art basis. If you can't draw for shit, then you probably shouldn't be a tattoo artist. I'm just throwing that out there. Like you can do other people's designs. You know, I know some people are against it, some people aren't. But if you can't art, then you probably shouldn't tattoo. If you don't understand, like, I've seen people, oh my God, like, I was looking the other day, and there was this guy, right? And he was like, I used to do tattoo fails in, like, my, live stream. Like, I've had some that didn't work out. Like, my body does not like to hold ink. Like, it does not, like, just for whatever reason, does not like to hold ink. So a lot of times I'll have something that ends up having to be taken over, like, thanks, Jason. Let me put a follow back on. Anthony, what are you doing? And I said, guys, I'm live on YouTube. I'm also live on TikTok. Make sure if you don't have me added on both, that you have me on both. You know what I mean? So, but like this, it was like a portrait of like his mother. Oh, Anthony, you are wonderful. Oh, thank you. Man, like I said, I don't expect anybody to gift me ever, but it's always very, very appreciated. And if you guys want to check out some of my other work, it's on edgeoftheeasel.com. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Like I said, everything I earn on live, guys, I put right back into my small business. So when I tell y'all, it's appreciated. I mean, it's appreciated. Like it's going towards a good spot, which is me trying to bring a form of therapy to the world through painting. But it was like this tattoo. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Like I was like, what am I looking at? He's like, what do you mean? It's a portrait of my mom. I'm like, how? Like no human has ever walked around looking like that. But here's the idea. And I think as an artist, you need to know your limitations. You can draw. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have to have an art base in order. Like, I think people see tattoo artists and they go, oh, okay, well, I just need a machine. No, you have to have an art base. So, like, you're doing, say, someone's face, right? You have to understand the proper ways. Like, you got to start at, like, the ground floor. So you have to make sure things like the eyes are straight. If you got one eye up here and one eye down here, then guess what? It's probably not going to look like the person's loved one. Like it's just not. Nobody walks around. Like I mean, there might be some people that got like an eye here, but they're taking the skin and they're stretching it and they're leaning over, so to them it looks straight. But like you have to understand the basics. Like we there's certain ways that you can walk through portraits to where you'll get it. Margarita, what's going on? Hello, super fan. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, if you can't draw, like that's what I said. People think that being a tattoo artist is just a tattoo part. No, you got to be an artist too. You got to start. Hello, honey. How are you? Look, it announced you as super fan. I thought that was cool. But oh, Anthony, I appreciate you, honey. Like I said, guys, I come on here. I don't expect anything. I think I'm only like something like 100 subs away from being able to monetize on YouTube. So if anybody's like, "Hey, I'm bored today," go sub to me on YouTube. I said it's been good so far. It's been good so far. Yeah, I said YouTube is different. It's definitely very hit or miss. Like some streams are crazy busy, other streams are not. It just depends on who I get in, how many times they like the live stream, all that stuff. But and it's not even that I want to monetize like that, but I mean shit, if I have the opportunity to, why not? You know what I mean? A lot of time you can't draw, you can't touch. Yeah, and that's what I think people don't get. Like there's a lot of tattoo artists. Like you know your limitations. Some people are great at doing designs, but they don't do portraits because they understand this doesn't look right when I do that. And I think there's nothing wrong with an artist knowing their limitations. So if somebody comes to them, you know what I mean? With portraits, there's also a thing you put too much detail. Yeah, and if it's like way too small, like you put too much detail and it's too small, you end up with just like a black blob. You know what I mean? So but like I said, I think that people they get all excited and then they're like, "Let me do my friends." And I have seen the very first tattoo I ever got, Lark. I was 15 years old. I've told this story a lot on here. I'll tell it again. I went to a tattoo shop, right? I drove around. I didn't even drive. I was 15 years old. My friend drove, right? And we went around to different tattoo shops until we found one that didn't card us. And I got my first tattoo. It was literally on my shoulder. It was like a cherub, like this big basic design. Cost me like $60. Like it was like, I got a tattoo. All excited. My mom was like uber religious and like uber conservative. And I had it in my head that I was gonna hide it for 3 years until then when I was 18, I'd be like, because I really thought she was gonna throw me out. And I remember sitting there, and this dude, he dug me so bad. It literally, you can still feel it. I have a cover up on my shoulder of it, but like you can still feel it. You can feel every single line. Like it was like a prison tattoo. But you know what? I got what I paid for. They didn't card me. They just asked me for my birth date, and I didn't even know what I was like, oh, I just figured everybody would deny me. I'm like, it's like saying that was super, super sketchy, super, super sketchy. And but I went home that night. I've never had this happen. Like I said, my body has trouble holding ink a lot of times. Like a lot of times I'll need to go and get it. You know, it's like everybody like touched up. Like it'll look great. And then within my healing time, like it's just something I'm taking care of it. I know how to properly care for a tattoo at this point, you know. But it's just what I said. I lived with the one tattoo artist for a while, and he was like, "Your skin's like weird." He's like, "I'm doing this right." Like he had been tattooing for something like 20 years. You know what I mean? Yeah, but so you know what I mean? And he's like, "Dude, your skin like it's almost like like he's like, I don't know, it's just weird." And I'm like, "Okay, well, thanks." You know, he was one of my roommates for a bit, and so that's what we would kind of do is sit up at night. But he like I said, he was a professional. You know, but even then, I just sometimes my body doesn't want to hold. I went home that night once I got the angel tattoo on my shoulder, and I literally bled through 3 shirts. They wrapped it, bled through 3. I've never had that happen. I've never had that happen with another tattoo. I was like, oh my God, I was like super, super painful. Like, I said to myself, I will never, ever, ever get another tattoo. It was, when I say he dug me, like he dug me. I turned around and I said, no, I said I wanted it to have blonde hair, not red. You look very limber. I am limber. And I was like, no. And he goes, no, you're just bleeding. And I'm like, oh, well, it's gonna like stop, right? Like I said, I was 15. I didn't really know what I was in for, you know what I mean? So, but I got what I paid for. I was 15 getting that dude, you know? But like, I'll see some stuff that people do, and it just amazes me. Some of the stuff you see people bragging about when they're learning, it's like, so I said, this one guy, he got a tattoo, and it was his mother's face. What's your favorite tattoo? I'm working on a cupcake sleeve. I'm working on a sleeve of evil cupcakes. So I think that's probably like my favorite. You know, look, it's a zombie cupcake. I love this one. I love this one. And then I thought it'd be funny, right? Like, people are like, oh, there's meaning. Nah, not always meaning behind tattoos. I got this one, and it's got a tag on it that says "Eat Me" because I thought one day when I'm like 90 years old and I'm in a nursing home, somebody realizing what that tag was would be like, she's a tattoo that says "Eat Me." Cool. I was probably 9 or 10 back was done. Do you tattoo yourself? No, I typically don't. I do practice skins, and I just started doing that not that long ago. So, but yeah, so that's what I said. We used to, but like if you look here, he only went over this once, and you can see most of it got rejected. Like it just, like I said, sometimes I'm okay with it. Weeze, good morning. Want to get a tattoo that says "Good Girl"? Like I said, I don't. It's not sentimental. I just thought it would be funny if one day somebody was like, "Yo, that 90-year-old's tattoo says eat me." Cool. Cool. I've now been successful. I seen, and I said it just, but to this guy, and I seen this the other day. This guy got a tattoo of his mother's face on his face. As somebody that's tattooing, I think you owe a responsibility to people. Like if you're going to do a portrait and portraits are not your strong point, to say, listen, I tattoo, but I don't really specialize in portraits. Like, these skin rejecting ink, it ain't your skin. Oh, is it? It's always been like that though, Lark. Like it's always been like that. Like a lot of times, like I said, some of them he had to go over twice just because I don't know. He said, and like I said, he'd been tattooing for like 20 years. Like he was a professional artist. He was like, dude, your skin's like weird. He's like, I've never. And I think it's my mom giving like another curse to me. Like, and every time, I swear, every time in my head that I get a tattoo, I hear my mom's voice. And she's like, oh God, Renee, another one. What are you doing? Oh God, who's gonna marry you now? What the? Oh my God, Renee, you have enough. Just stop. Just stop. You have enough. No more. And I'm like, I said, I have 4 older sisters. They're all a lot older than me. None of them have tattoos. None of them have piercings. None of them have crazy colored hair. I don't know. It's just, they thought it was a phase. They didn't realize it was life decision. They were like, oh, she just don't grow out of this. Hey, what's going on, Tyler? How are you guys? Welcome through. Tap the screen. I like it when people stop by to see me. 100%. But yeah, so it's been like that with, I think, every tattoo that I've ever gotten. Like, my body just rejects a little bit more than, say, another person's. You know what I mean? But I think you have a responsibility. If you know that portraits are not your thing, and somebody comes to you and says, I want to get my mom's face tattooed on my face. Now, I will ask you this. I was saying, Lark, question. A piercing rejector scar? No. No, I was gonna say I've been good. I've been good. I haven't. This one was easy as fuck. Like this one was easy. That was probably my least painful one because it's real thin tissue. Hi, it's me again from the last stream. Hi, Arnica. What's going on? So, but like, okay. So, but yeah, okay. I had a thought that I was leading up to. So this portrait, right? That's what I was talking about. This portrait. I remember the name. Because I couldn't pronounce it then. It's Arnica, right? Is that what it is? Like, I'm probably going to say it wrong, like, the whole time. Unless you tell me, like, listen, bitch, pronunciate right. Like, you know what I mean? So, I try not to make fun of people's art. Because it's their art. I try not to make fun of it, but some people make it so easy to do it. Like, you know what I mean? This, like, it was a mush, but even things like taking a ruler and plotting where you're going to put the eyes, like, if eyes are typically in a straight line. Makes it super easy. The middle of your face is typically a straight line. There's certain ways you can break down. If, say, it's not your strong point, you can go and practice, like, all right, well, here's how you put it together. You know what I mean? You know, that, yeah. But that's the thing is, I've had all sorts of, like, tattoo artists do me at this point in my lifetime. I've had, like, and it's just always kind of, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. So I said this one, we were sitting up. I'm like one of those weird people, too. I literally would sit up at night And he'd be like, oh, okay, and he was awesome because, like I said, he was my roommate. So he's like, I'll just, just give me the money for the ink and the supplies and we're good. Like, whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. I literally can fall asleep during it. There's something about the sound. Now, I'm sure that's not everywhere, but there's just something about the sound of it. Like the elbow, that was no fun. That was stupid. Like up in my armpit, that was stupid. I didn't like that either. That was no bueno. But I don't know. It's like when you're at like I can go get my nails done. My kin was cool. I tattooed them all. Yeah, see, my older sisters wouldn't have done that. They're all like super religious and super conservative. My oldest sister, she does have one tattoo that's about this big, and it's a Tinkerbell on her leg. I took her to get it because she loves Disney. I don't know. Like, I don't know how I came out like this. I just did. My parents had me a lot older in life. Fell asleep. Yeah, I find it very like, I mean, sometimes. Oh, hi. Hi, Grayson. What's going on? I was like, why? Have you heard stories? I mean, we've all had that phase in our lives where we've hoed it up a little bit. Like, I'm 45. I don't feel the need to be a hoe anymore. Like, it's just annoying to me. I'm like, but I went through, breakup when I went through my divorce, and I hoed it up a little bit. Like, not relatable. Yeah, like not a ton, but I had only been with one person for like 9 years. And then afterwards, I was like, you know what? I'm going to date. And then I realized that men absolutely have the capability of getting emotionally attached like a motherfucker after that act. 100%. Like, I went into it like, and I told you, I never lied to anybody. I never said, oh, well, this means we're together. Da, da, da. I'd be like, okay, let's go do it. You know what I mean? And then I was very like debating my decision. I'm 45 and I still debate all my decisions. Always. Always. But that's, just because he mistyped hi, and this led me on this whole spiel. He put H-O instead of H-I, and he fixed it right afterwards. And I'm like, why? Do you know me? Oh, and here's the thing is, Delaware is a very small place. So being a hoe in Delaware is, like, impossible. Like, you'll end up, like, you got it. Like, I tell people this all the time. If I could give people dating advice that live in Delaware, it is make sure that you know people's first and last names. Make sure you look that shit up on Facebook to make sure that they're not, like, a second cousin that you didn't know about. Because you thought, I was like, I mean, sometimes I haven't, I haven't not been a hoe sometimes. Currently, I'm unhoey, like, I'm good. Like, I can only do one man at a time. That's something that I found out. I'm very much like a monogamous person, and that was the thing. Is I thought, well, this will be fun. I'll go on dates. I'll get to meet some new people. Da 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 da. Because I hadn't really done that. I was like 28 years old, going through a divorce. I'd never really been on an official date, like where you go out and you're like, hey, what's going on? Da da da. Okay, hi. And then I realized, like, there's a lot of people that have expectations, and like, I never set out with the intention to hurt anybody. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ashlyn, you're with somebody long enough, and then afterwards you're like, but you still want that close, that thing, you know what I mean, that closeness. But then you're like, I really don't feel like getting into anything emotionally close with anybody else. And so I said, Delaware, you have to be very, very careful who you sleep with here. You do. You have to like be like, okay, what's your last name? Okay. Are you related to... Okay, you're not. Okay. Because, seriously, you don't know. I was going to say, Margarita, me and Joe went out. I think it was once upon a time, like, on our third date. And one of these... I hadn't seen this cousin in, like, 8 million years. Yeah, I don't want to I don't want to traumatize other people, too. Like, people, I'd meet them, like, 3 times. They're like, so, are we, like, a thing? And I'm like, what? No. Why? Because we went on 3 dates. Like, so me and Joe, our third date, right? There was this woman. This is a true story. There was a woman at the bar, and I knew her. She was, my cousins had 3, there were 3 girls, right? In their family. So there was this one, and this one. I seen this one out, right? This one, none of them are actually my cousins. Like, they're not actually my cousins. This one got married to Joe's uncle, right? But they were then divorced. This one got married to my cousin, my actual cousin. So we weren't technically, yeah, but like, I'll be real about it. I'll be real. Like, but it was only through, and she's like, yeah, hold on, what's his last name? Oh, yeah, I know his dad. And I'm like, you do? Like, it was through marriage and everybody was divorced at that point. So I'm like, and she's like, so you guys are like cousins. I was like, no, no, no. Technically, you're not related to either one of them. Like both of her sisters, one had married my cousin. Yeah, I stopped what you said for the story. And we were like, well, technically, neither one of us is even related to you. And she was like, yeah, my other sister, she's like, the one that had married my cousin, and they weren't married anymore. And then she's like, yeah, my other sister married his uncle, but they're not married anymore. And I'm like, so I said, you gotta, like, I don't, yeah, like, I like the closeness. I don't know. I definitely like, I'm an intimacy type person. I like to be intimate. I like to have that. But at the same time, I stopped dating for like a long time after that because I didn't think I was going to set out and hurt people. You know what I mean? I don't want to hurt anybody. Like that was never the goal. I just thought it was, I was looking for more like casual, not even like a hookup, but just casual dating, like meeting and being friends and then seeing if feelings develop. There are some people that go into dating 100% like it is a, Then I believe that when I got out of bed, I had to lie down for 24 hours. And I had to like, wait, what? And I said, guys, I am on live on YouTube. I'm also live on TikTok. Make sure if you don't have me added on both, that you add me on both. Those are my main ones that I go for. I just started doing YouTube like a couple months ago. Just started doing it. And like I'd been posting, but I hadn't really like been, you know what I mean? Like I hadn't really been posting. So yeah, I don't know what you mean. Sim? No, I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. But guys, welcome through. Everybody's more than welcome in here. Tap the screen. I like it when people stop by. So yeah, but like, so we're not actually related, Margarita. Like, we're not actually related. I would date you. I wouldn't wish that on you, Anthony. I'm a pain in the ass. I'm a brat. I've always been like, I'm a brat. Like I'm bossy and I'm a brat. Like I want what I want when I want it. And that's just, especially I was going to say in intimate settings, I think that there's a lot of guys out there, not to get all personal and shit, but there's a lot of guys out there that watch like 50 Shades of Grey and then decided that must mean that they're dominant. I'm really not into that. I date you too. I'm just like I said, I like what I like, and that's what I like to be the boss. Like submissive guys seem to be more my speed. Like if somebody's like, I want you to call me daddy, I'm like, it's just not my thing. When people come through my chat and like that, like a guy gives off that I could have you if I wanted to. I've had people come through my chat and be like, I could have you if I wanted to, and I'm like, well, I don't want you, so. And that's what I said. Like some people are really into not the 50 Shades stuff. Well, I worked in an adult store for like 7 years. I mean, like I worked through at the adult store. But like that's what I'm saying is I didn't want to hurt people. I wanted to date. I wanted to see like, hey, let's see if people like, because I wasn't treated right. Like I want to see what it's like to be treated right. Like, you know what I mean? But so there's a lot of people that have decided that every single woman wants a dominant man, and that's not the truth. It's just not. It's not. Some of us out there like other stuff. And I'm very open-minded. Like I said, I worked in an adult store for X amount of years. I used to host fetish shows. I'm a member of a swingers club. I don't participate in all the activities. You know what I mean? Like I'm a little bit more protective. Like I'm like, but I don't mind if people are doing it around me. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Like, and the swingers club has the best parties. The 50 Shades stuff. 50 Shades was a piece of shit. Like that is not what real fetishism is like. They might have had some of the products available like in the movie, but it's so far away. Like, it's so far away. It's so far away. Like, and I say, here's my thing, right? I only made it like 20 minutes into 50 Shades of Grey. like I'm more the dominant one. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is like I'm a brat, but not like a brat. No, let me act up so that way he punishes me kind of way. I'm a brat, no, like I want him to do what I say when I want him to say it. Otherwise, and that's bedroom stuff. You know what I mean? Like I just seem to be bossy, and I'm okay with that. I've accepted it. It is what it is. But so I worked the first year that 50 Shades came out. They came out on Valentine's Day, which happens to be the busiest day of the year when you work in an adult store. At least it was for ours. And so that year was crazy. Like it was crazy. And then people were coming, like I said, it is stuff that I think nobody should get up today and be like, let's go buy a crop. Like, I think that you have to work your way up into fetishism. So that way you understand, once again, you have a responsibility to the other person to not do damage to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't crop. I mean, shit. Like, yeah, okay. But I'm not saying don't, but like, people don't understand that, this shit can actually hurt. So it's like, you want to make sure that you know what you're doing, because otherwise, if you can't trust the other person with it, then it's not really, it's not stable. Or I have 100% seen people that are swingers and they are just out there living life and they've got an extra girlfriend. And you know what? That's their business. I don't have nothing to do with me. Could I personally do it? I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to even in life get along with one other person on like a living together basis. But then you bring another person into the equation, and that's another person you gotta like live with. You know what I mean? Like, I think I've seen it go right for people, but I think it can also go wrong a lot, because then you have like this whole other thing. You know what I mean? It takes certain type of people for it to work. Like, that's just how it is. But like I said, so we like, and then I think it was the second 50 Shades came out, not that year, but the year after. And I remember I went to the movies. Yeah, that's not for me. And I took a picture, right? Like I said, I'm more a monogamous person, but I don't mind. I used to host fetish shows. Like I've had a lot of fun in my lifetime. But so, I said to focus with my work, right? He's like, I can't do it if people around me fucking. I gotta focus on my art, so that way, vagina. I can't. I gotta watch what I say. Like, it distracts me. I feel you. I feel you. So I said, like, I've seen people that are in very healthy polyamorous relationships. 100%, I've seen it. But I've also seen it where it can go definitely wrong. And like I said, it takes the right type of person. If you have to force somebody to do it, then you're not indulging in a fetish. You are being a manipulative piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody's like, no, I don't feel comfortable doing that, and then you dig in on them, dig in on them, that's tough for me to say right now, dig in on them, then that just makes you manipulative. Work freak, I have to, yeah, I like to be a busy bee too, like, it keeps me out of trouble, for the most time, right? For the most part, it keeps me out of trouble. Sometimes. But, like I said, it doesn't bother me to be around people, like, if they're doing it. Like, it doesn't bother me. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Okay, no. Hit me up when you're done. You know what I mean? Like, nudity is something for me that, like, I don't know. It's a body. It's a vessel. Like, I'll go walk around naked, but that don't mean that I'm, like, doing stuff. Like, I'm very picky about who I let pass the gates. You know what I mean? Like, that is not a prize that everybody gets. Like, I don't know. And it's, like, weird, too. Like, there's so much shit run in where, and I'm not talking shit about people in recovery, but there's a lot of people that are especially in my area, either using or are in recovery, and I'm not, like, down for that. You know what I mean? So it's, like, that's kind of like a, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, and like I said, I'm not talking shit about good being in recovery. Do your thing. But, like, I don't want to expose, I don't know. I feel like an asshole if I'm saying this, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm only like 45 minutes away from Philly, so this area is, like, bad. Like, it's bad. Like, we have the biggest homeless camps we've had since, like, the 30s. Like, it's bad. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you. But, I mean, it's bad. So I said, like, I give people prompts that are in recovery, like 100%. But like, here's the thing: is, if somebody was using certain things, then it opens them up to things that I maybe wouldn't have had exposure to. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Am I being an asshole? Because just tell me if I'm being an asshole, and I'll change the subject. Like, am I being an asshole? I don't know. Am I the problem here? I might be. I would accept that. I would accept that. But so, and then I think that it's like also hard too, because like there are guys that really like dominant women, but then there's a lot of guys that have it in their head that every girl, every woman wants to have somebody like, there is nothing that drives me. I had this one dude, right? And he used to walk up behind me and he'd put his hands on the back of my neck like that. And when I tell you, some women would be into that. Like this person that I barely know like that. And he would come, and like, I literally wanted to turn around and punch him in the, like as soon as he would do it, I was like, like pushing his hand off. I'm like, hi, what's going on, Ben? How are you? But like I said, not every girl's into that. Like there's some women that if he walked up to you and he was like, I could have you if I wanted to. She's like, why, are you saying that you want me? Is that what you're saying? I'll be good. Like there are some women that are really into that. When somebody has like, when they're overly egotistical. Hi Joe, what's going on? When they're overly egotistical, like that type of guy, it's just like, it's such a turn off to me. It's such a turn off to me. Like just somebody, I could have any girl that I wanted to. Cool, go have them. Well, but I decided I want you. No, it's cool. I already made the decision for you. I'm not interested. With my work, I have very low social skills with people. I mean, I'm a talker, Lark. I've definitely been given the gift of gab. So yeah. I'm very vocal, but I said like I don't know. I am private sometimes about certain things. I try to be pretty open, like pretty transparent with my life. You know what I mean? Like I don't really do things that I'm embarrassed of, or I mean, have I gotten into the hot tub possibly at the swingers club that holds 24 people with nothing on? Will not confirm or deny. I'll just plead the fifth. Like, has it happened more than once? Did I do anything with anybody while I was in there? That's going to be a no. No, I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm good. It's one thing, because like I said, this place that I go, it has like 30 bedrooms, right? And like each room like has like a different theme. It's got this giant hot, like it's actually a really nice club. Like I'll go there mostly to dance. And like they have a big 12-foot bird cage. I don't know. I like to dance it. We listen and we don't judge, right? I bet there what's going on. Oh, I don't know. I'm the opposite of Planet Fitness. I'd be judging. Judgment free zone 9 here. I joined a different gym because like I didn't agree with Planet Fitness. Like, no, I'll be judging. Are you a woman or a man? Does it matter? I have a feel. Oh, okay. So you're what? More self-conscious of it, Lark? I have, like I said, I love art. I love, like, I do practice skins here and there. I said, I have epilepsy, right? So, like, my hands shake. I'll get, like, this weird, like, shaky feeling inside me. Like, it's just how it is. You know what I mean? And I kind of started doing, it was more like a challenge to see if I could figure out a way to do it and keep myself steady. Like, I shoot pool a lot, too. And it's when I do art, hi, what's going on, Her Perfect King? How are you? You look beautiful. Awesome. Thank you. But like, there's like right before you shoot your ball, right? There's like this spot where everything in the world just kind of goes quiet. Like there's nothing nobody could ever do anything at that point in time that would break my focus. Your average Democrat? Because what? I'm actually not a registered voter. I'm not like a political person at all. So I've never voted. I'm 45 years old. I will never vote a day in my life. Both sides got their issues, you know. Here we go. So guys, welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live for me. I was going to say, I always know when I'm starting to get like a little higher on trending on YouTube, because then all of a sudden I'll get trolls. And I'm like, I'm saying you're minding my business. All of a sudden somebody will come in and be like, are you a man or a woman? I'm like, why does it matter? Either way, I'm sitting on it. It has nothing to do with you. It's always been an innie. Like personally, it's always been an innie, unless I'm missing something. But it's like, why does it matter? Like, honestly, like, you can only be in my life if I'm a man or a female, like, or, like, but I never understood, like, why people come in and ask that. Are you a man or a woman? Nothing that I have going on down there has anything to do with you. So why? I mean, that's my opinion. I say I try to be open-minded. I try to. I just got a message. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but so by the way, back to it. If you guys want to go check out my website, you can go check out my website. I was going to say I'm surprised you couldn't tell in these yoga pants, but edgeoftheeasel.com. I have a lot of my work up there. I have a lot of stuff. It's just kind of like a collage of everything that I've done over the last X amount of years. And I said, I literally paint every single day. LOL. I mean, one of us had to be funny because you weren't. I'm just saying, like, I had to hold it down for all of us, Jennifer. Like, thanks. You know? But yeah, I mean, it doesn't have, like I said, I don't understand why it has anything to do with anybody. Like, even if I was trans, like, why would it matter to somebody? I'm sitting on what I got, so shouldn't that be my business and not other random people? And I mean, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I feel like if, like, I don't know, it's just a weird question. Like, are you male or female? Why? Are you scared to go into the bathroom because you don't want me standing next to you? Do you Jesus Christ as your savior? Why? So he can be an asshole like you? The speech problem comes from, oh, okay, so you're deaf. Gotcha. I've actually been learning sign language. I was going to say, is he going to come over and cut the grass, Jennifer? Like, what else? Like, did you guys hear, and this was recently, did you guys hear that there was this thing going on, like, we were supposed to experience the rapture either September 23rd or September 24th, but I relived. See, I mean, that's, like, awesome. I said, I've been trying to learn ASL, and I have issues with it, because I'm like, I don't know. I'm used to the way that we have, like, Jesus coming. Yeah, he was supposed to be here the 23rd or the 24th. Yeah, he didn't come. We all still here. I'm just saying. We're all here, just still saying. But I said I have issues with religion because a lot of times people that are super into religion are super close-minded. If it doesn't have anything to do with you, why do you care what somebody has between their legs? Is it directly affecting your life? The Bible said no. Yeah, I don't know. The Bible, people that like are for religion say a whole bunch of shit. Like, or people, they decide that like I'm the Antichrist or something because I have tattoos and blue hair. Like, whatever. But like, you know what I'm saying? Do you have family in Virginia? You look like, I don't know who that is, Dimples. Yeah. But yeah, so Jesus was supposed to be coming back the 23rd or the 24th. That's what they said. That's been the big thing. Like, I've seen videos of people like standing on the beach waiting for this rapture to happen that was supposed to happen September 23rd. And this was actually, I think it was a religion based out of South Africa. Yeah, and like I said, I believe that the basic idea behind religion, regardless of where you go or what you read or who you go to, where you go to, I think it's just that we're supposed to love one another. You don't have to accept other people's decisions to accept them as humans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a God that I believe in would not do that, would not judge people based on how they felt in their life about something. You know what I mean? Like, we're the way we are. You know what I mean? So when people try to convert other people to their religion too, that's when I get really annoyed with it, because I'm like, dude, like, I grew up in religion. First we were Catholic, then we were Methodist. I went to Bible school with fucking nuns. No one knows when he will be back. The Bible says no one knows. Yeah, well, the Bible also says any man that works on Sunday should be put to death. So I'm just saying, I wouldn't read it verbatim, Jennifer. Like, they also say if there's a man that mixes two different types of material together, he will spend eternity in hell. The Bible says a lot of shit. Like, he will come in the twinkling of an eye. Great. You just keep waiting for it then, Jennifer. Like, but when people focus too much on religion, they're not focused on living their life. When they're focused on being judgmental to other people, they're not focused on, who cares? It's still in the freaking Bible. Yeah, the New Testament was the King James Version, and that was edited. So I'm just saying, like, I don't come into, like, your room or message you about religion, so please don't bring it into mine, because nobody was talking about it until you did. Nobody asked to talk about it until you did. Like, nobody, it doesn't matter. So why even bring it up? They be making shit up and it makes the faith look so bad. It does. It does. Because I think at the end of the day, I think God loves everybody. I'm Catholic, but don't shove it in other people's faces. Yeah, that's what I can understand if somebody comes by and sees, like, okay, this person's having religious talk, whatever. Like, if I have somebody like, you are closed-minded, you're missing the point of what I'm saying. It's actually, I'm overly open-minded. I accept people how they are, and I don't go to the room going, you know what, let's go talk about this. Like, even if I was a Satanist, I wouldn't go, how come you never have Satanists come through, like, do you believe in our devil? Like, you will never hear a Satanist try and go minister to people. Like, people act like they're going to be the ones to... Dude, I was raised in religion. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you're assuming because whatever reason that I have no relationship with God. So, you're the closed-minded one. That would be nice that he could give me back my hearing last night. You're right. Right. Jennifer, stop trying to start things. It's all peace over here. Yeah. I'm out, man. The Bible is real. Even though it's been edited by 8 million people. I'll pray for you. It's okay. Keep your prayers to yourself. Just like your closed-minded opinions. Like, and it's funny because I'm the closed-minded one. Yeah. Hypocrisy. Like, just straight up. Like, you're a fucking hypocrite, Jennifer. Like, I'm just saying, you're a fucking hypocrite. There's one of us that's closed-minded. Should we take a vote? Like, so what do you guys think? Which one of us... If anything, I'm saying the opposite of being closed-minded. I'm saying that you should accept people how they are. Yeah, they're clearly not following the faith. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. I think that they... But I think that's why, like, it's not my... I don't have an issue with God or anything like that. I have an issue with organized religion. More people have been unalived throughout history than anything just based on religion and what people believe. Hi, Kiers. What's going on? Let's go see. That's my kid right there, y'all. You know what I mean? But, like... I've never understood, like, they feel like they're going to, you know, yeah, I have a problem with people, not God. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. I have no issue with God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't know whether I pray or whether I don't. They don't know what I believe or what I don't. But, like, Jennifer's first thing when she came in was, are you a man or a woman? Like, because if I'd said, what, I was trans, you were not going to like me? That's rather close-minded. This is AI, is it? Oh, okay. Hi, guys. Welcome through. Tap the screen like the live. I didn't know. Here, I've been living this life. Like, man. You mean, like, just living in general or just this live stream? I have a problem with people that judge other... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with anybody. You do my love your... Yeah. Me, I don't go to church, read the Bible, but I do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is, like, people can have a relationship with God without having organized religion involved in it. So I think that that's where a lot of it gets mixed up. I think the general idea of the Bible is to love and accept people. So love and accept people. Like, what does it mean? Like, what is it? What, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that God hates people. Even if they don't believe in him, I don't think. But like I said, I've never had anybody come to my door and be like, hey, like, when was the last time you ever heard a Satanist try to minister to somebody? Now you're preaching, right? Like, I've never had somebody be like, so, do you believe in our devil? Da, 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 da. It's never happened. It's literally never happened. 45 years, I've never had somebody try to minister to me about the devil. And I've known people that were LaVeyan and Satanists and all that stuff. But it's never happened. And I'm wondering why that... But then on top of it, like I said, the whole, like, going into different live streams, asking people if they're man and woman, I don't judge people based on what they have between their legs. Because at the end of the day, what they got between their legs... don't have anything to do with me. Oh, I know Margarita, but I'm just saying, like, it don't have nothing to do with me. I could give a fuck less what somebody has between their legs. If that's how you base your whole relationship on somebody, is whether they're a man or female, that's where the issue. Yeah, right? Can you imagine, Ashlyn, like, if somebody walked up to you and they're, like, giving you a pamphlet and they're, like, ministering to you about this Church of Satan, you'd be like, whoa. 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 But they act like they have, like, a tally. somewhere in heaven. Oh, she converted person. Oh, she converted too. Oh man, she got 17 in her lifetime. Like, seriously? I don't think that that's how it works. Same, I can't stand ignorance. It will send me off the deep end. Like I said, I accept people's religions and whatnot. Like, but like at the same time, I'm like, when somebody tries to push it on me, that's where I have the issue. If the fucking paper was on fire, like that's where I have the issue. Is when somebody tries to, well, like they're coming to my live stream. Go to a religious live stream. Like go to a religious live stream where they're doing church time. You know what I mean? Like I said, I grew up very, very heavily involved in church, very, very heavily. And I said I literally had when I was like little. People told me I was going to hell because I tattooed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They say a lot of stuff in the Bible. Like maybe it started off as an original idea. People as humans, we seek a belief in something that happens after death. That's just how we are. Like we seek an answer for something that comes later. Yeah, oh yeah, some of the worst people I've ever met were from church. Yeah. Yeah, some of the worst people I've ever met my whole life have been church people. Like straight up, like just straight up. When I was yeah, it's very contradicting, but I said there's been so many editors that it's like, how can you take anything it says verbatim? Because they literally just, so if like, why would there even be a New Testament if it hadn't been rewritten? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was still, like, you think God's just going to wake up one day and be like, you know what? I'm not going to put somebody to death if they touch a pig's skin. I'm not going to do it. I know I said I was going to do it yesterday, but guess what? I'm not going to do it today. Like, wouldn't it be like, here's the rules, they don't change, like, just straight up? But I think every religion has a base idea, which is something that is having faith in something that comes afterwards. Thank you, Joel. And let me put a follow back on it. Which I feel like as humans, that's something we crave. We want something to believe in. And I don't think there's anything, like I said, I have no issue with religion. I have an issue with, or I'm sorry, I don't have a problem with faith. I have faith. Like, you know, I mean, just because I have tattoos or something doesn't mean that I don't have any type of relationship with God. He hasn't rejected me just because I got cupcakes on my arm. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't, but the God that I believe in would not judge people based on that. Like, I'm just saying, that's just a me thing. But people see tattoos, they see crazy color hair, and they just assume. And I'm like, dude, like, that's... Like, come on, get it together. Like I said, more people throughout... What do you identify as? Once again, does that matter, Gav? Like I said, anything between my legs got nothing to do with anybody online. It really has nothing to do with anybody. I can see if it had something to do with other people, but otherwise, why does it matter? Like, just judge people by whether or not they're an asshole. Like, that should be... Yeah, and that's the thing is, I think other people, like, they get stuff mixed up in it. So I think the base idea behind everything is to, like, love. Like I said, I generally love people. Like, I don't care whether they're guy, girl, trans. The blue hair makes me ask because blue hair would make you assume that I was trans. Interesting theory. But either way, what I have between my legs has shit to do with anybody else. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I could see if somebody was thinking about dating me or like, but I just don't understand why it matters. Like, I don't get it personally. So you assume that I'm trans or that you need to ask. It does here, no offense, you spelled offense wrong. It does here, why? What I have between my legs has nothing to do with you. Whether I'm guy, girl, trans, whatever, it has nothing to do with you. So, here's what's going on. But it's, unless you're planning on sleeping with somebody or you're thinking about it, why does it matter? Sorry, that's how I feel. Oh, yeah. You don't got to go to church to, yeah, you don't have to go to church to have beliefs. Like, you know what I mean? What happened? Nothing. I'm good. Where's the, oh, I don't do that, Emery. I'm old, man. I'd have to put it in series, like Oh, here's the first part. Okay, here's just roll myself over. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got all my black leggings in the laundry. So I'm like, I gotta wear my pink ones. I hate the pink ones. I have like baby blue ones too. I hate those. Like that's like the weirdest logic I've ever heard. Well, your hair is blue, so I need to ask because women have dyed their hair blue, men have dyed their hair blue, trans people have dyed their hair blue. Katy Perry had blue hair. Like, wait, what kind of logic is that? Who did your tattoos? Oh, I've had so many. I've had so many tattoo artists in my life. You know what I mean? Whatever. No, seriously, I set one up, but then I realized what it was. This is like years ago, and I was like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, I feel like I'm a little too old for that shit. Like maybe if I was like 21 and had no other like life skills. Think the artist has, yeah, I was gonna say everybody has. I had a dude, this is no bullshit, right? I had a dude that came here and came through and asked me if my hair was natural. But I'm like, it was red up to like last week. But because I have blue hair, you need to ask whether, like that the reasoning behind it makes absolutely no sense. And I said I could see if somebody was dating me or like had the anticipation to date me, but it's like I can already just shut everybody down. Like it don't matter. Whatever I have between my legs, I'm currently sitting on. It has nothing to do with anybody on the internet. I promise, it has nothing to do. By the way, it's an innie, and it's always been an innie, but I'm just giving people a hard time. I'm just giving people a hard time. And I said, I just don't understand the rationale with some people. Like, how does that make sense? Like, so you're a fella. I just said I've always been an innie. Like, yeah. Gab's trying to figure out whether I'm male or female. So, yeah, I'm female, but once I said, like I said, I've always been a female. Either way, it has nothing to do with you, Gab. So we good. So apparently I can't have blue hair because I'm female. I don't know, by his rules, apparently. That's what makes people ask. Like, Katy Perry had this exact color hair for, like, months. Like, years. Like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't see her last tour? The real question is, why are they wondering? That's what I'm like, what the fuck does it matter? I'm like, yeah, that's more weird. I definitely agree. And I said, guys, I'm live on YouTube. I'm also live on TikTok. You guys are welcome to follow me on both. I love it. See, I had my fans on, and then I got cold. Yeah, he said because I have blue hair that he needed to ask. Yeah, I'm not interested, Gab, so if you were trying to, like, date me or whatever, you just shut that in the ground. I was gonna say, if you just sat and watched until you probably would have seen through my leggings. Like, but yeah, like, but why does it matter? Like, I just don't get why it would matter to the point where you even feel like you should ask. Whether you think that you even have the right to ask me. Like, why? Like, shall I do the honors? Nah, he's okay for right now. I'll let him keep commenting. Maybe he'll bring it back. You never know. How does the blue hair make you a boy? I have no idea. I have no idea, Ashlyn. I like literally don't even have an answer for that. Like, not even close do I have an answer for that at all. I was just wondering, yeah, but it's not your business. So I'm wondering why you were wondering, because it's not your business. Still not your business. Like, not your business. So, I mean, it's just not. Like I'm saying. But yeah, I don't understand how blue hair. But he was just wondering. Yeah, you were wondering shit that isn't your business. Why does it matter whether I'm male or female? I'm not planning on getting with you, so why does it matter? If you have to question it, I would assume that you're not trying to get with me. So once again, why does it matter? People get on my nerves. People get on my nerves. They ask like the dumbest shit online. Like they ask some of the dumbest MAGA. Okay, cool. But like I'm telling you, some people they ask like the dumbest shit. It's a pretty straight question, but it's a question that you didn't need to ask. You're missing the point of this, Gav. This is something that has nothing to do with you. So why ask? Hi, NK. What's going on, guys? Welcome through. Tap the screen. Tell them flop. But like I said, either way, what I have going on has nothing to do with you. So I'm tapping with my girth. Awesome. I appreciate that. Better than tapping with nothing. There we go. Let's get another eyebrow on. There we go. And I was gonna say, didn't I say that like 5 minutes ago? You know what I mean? Like, didn't I sit here and explain all this? Like, but either way, like I said, it has, what I'm sitting on is literally nobody on the internet's business. But then your reasoning of, well, I have blue hair, so you have to ask. It's a color. Your life has nothing to do, well, but you're here. Because the talking, right, I know. Women need to be making sandwiches and less talking. Like, yeah, my live, I never said that my live has to do with anybody. You're choosing to come in. You're choosing to be here. I go live. I open my door and I say, hey, if anybody wants to come and chit-chat, come chit-chat. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, your opinion has nothing to do with me. You want to talk about other shit? My opinion, you has nothing to do with you. Like, just saying. Just saying. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, but like, if you don't want it to have anything to do with you, then don't come in. Just scroll. All it takes is a flip of the finger and you'll be in the next live. Problem solved. Okay? It's just that easy. But yeah. Read my previous comment. Hold on, let me say. Try strip tat. No, I'm good on all that stuff. I'm good. No strip tat for me. I'm good. Nice tattoos. Thank you, Evans. I appreciate you. And guys, I am live streaming. I said I'm dual streaming at the moment. So I'm live on YouTube. I'm also live on TikTok. You guys are welcome to follow me on both. Like, I don't know. I like it when people follow me on both. YouTube tends to do better for me any more than TikTok does. But I said I can always tell when YouTube starts getting like bigger, like when it starts getting pushed out more, because it's the only time I'll get trolls through. That's the only time I get trolls and like creepy people through is when like, you know what I mean? like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm like really confused by like, because you did make it weird. No, you did. You made it weird. Yeah, you did. You made it weird. Because it was a question, once again, that was not your business. It wasn't your business. I'm new in the app. Oh, awesome, Evans. That's cool. I like I said, I like streaming. I like having people that like come and chit chat and, you know, all that stuff. Like, I dig it. But it's a question that you shouldn't have asked. And so, yeah, the fact that you asked it made it weird. So many more saucy streams here and there. Yeah, but I don't want to do all that stuff. I'm good with all that. Do you answer questions? Yes, I actually did answer it if you have been listening. Like, I did answer it. Did anybody hear my answer in there? Because my answer was in there. With a lot of, it's not your business. If you ask me something and it's not your business, I'm going to tell you, hey, that's not your business. Not your business. Like I said, if unless you're gonna, like, unless you were like, well, let's take, like, then why does it matter? If you question it, then, and you don't like trans people, then go to a different room. Like, what does it matter? Like, what does it matter? Either way, it's no need to ask if it's my, no, it's not your business. Why would it be your business? Why is it your business? I can promise you, you weren't going to get to be exposed to it anyway. So why is it your business? Yeah, he doesn't get it. That he's like, he doesn't get it. Apparently I have blue hair, so that means that he needs to ask. Like, he's not, I'm telling you, Aries, he's not getting it at all. Hey girl, hey, hi Lacey, what's going on, guys? Welcome through. Tap the screen. But he's like not getting it. Like I've tried to explain it to him everywhere, including answering his question, and he still doesn't get it. Yeah, they made it weird. Yeah, he said he didn't make it weird, Mark. He was like, I didn't make it weird. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I pointed out that you made it weird. Like yeah, you made it weird. Guys, I have to get ready to work soon. What time are we at? We're at 2 o'clock. Okay. I gotta get ready. I gotta go. Like I said, I gotta do something. I got 15 minutes. Just asking if you're a bloke. Well, but like I said, I actually responded to you like 8 times, Gab, where I said it's always been an innie, but it still has nothing to do with you. I'm a female. I've always been a female, but it still is not your business. I'm perfectly fine with myself. Whether you're fine with me, I don't care. That's not my business. I don't care. I'll take care of this. No, you don't have to kick him. Maybe he'll come back and actually be halfway decent. Like he's justifying his own bullshit. And that's where I'm like, just want to know if you're a bloke or a Sheila. Well, you're not going to get to see it anyway, so what does it matter? Like, I've said the same thing. I'm like, oh, see, like I said, I like it when people follow me. Make sure to sub to me on YouTube. I said, I will be back later, guys. I do appreciate when you guys stop by to see me, unless you're an idiot, you don't realize that you're an idiot. Yeah. Some people don't realize that they are. Some people don't realize they are, and that's okay. I mean, see, I would rather judge people based on whether or not they're an idiot or like an asshole, rather than are they male or female. That's me. I would rather judge people on things that they can change, like being dumb. Being dumb is something you can change. You can change, like you can choose to educate yourself and become better. So, all right, guys, I love your faces. I hope everybody has a good day, except for Gav. He can fuck off. But so I do. I hope everybody has a good day. I will catch you guys later. I literally have 15 minutes. I didn't get any of my makeup done. Got distracted by stupid stories and all that shit. So I do appreciate you guys coming by, except for Gav. But I will be back later on.